Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And let's take a closer look at this Gedore Red 4-ounce ball-peen hammer. Now this is kind of an interesting little tool because first of all it was 10 bucks, and second, it's hard to find a good small ball-peen hammer. This is one of my favorites. This was the Blue Point 2-ounce ball-peen hammer, but it's not available anymore. They've discontinued it. So the smallest you can get right now is a 4-ounce, but if you get the 4-ounce Blue Point, it's about 30 bucks, whereas the 4-ounce Gedore Red is 10 bucks. Now, there's not a lot to one of these. We've got a hickory shaft here. It's not the greatest wood. It looks like about a 30-degree offset or so. What you'd really want, if you could, I mean, look at that Blue Point. This had to be an accident, but the grain orientation in terms of the direction of the tool use is really, really what you want. This is a Grand Force Brook hatchet, or actually it's a small forest axe in particular, but if you look at the alignment there, I mean, just direct, dead on, exactly what you want. So Gedore is a little bit off. I don't know if they really care when they're making these hickory handles. Here's a PB Swiss. It is off by about the same amount. So if you look at those, you can see the angles there. Not a big deal with a small head like this. It's a bigger deal on a larger tool like this, this small forest axe. But anyway, this is a handy tool for small striking applications. I love this one for various smithing operations. But if we take a look at it on terms of my anvils, and I like to use these railroad tracks as small kind of service or shop anvils. This one I'm working on, I'm going to give it away as a gift as soon as I clean it up a little bit. You can see the cut's a little bit off. Not quite right there, polish it. But I love these things, and it's a lot lighter than this guy, this larger one that I've got back here. But anyway, this has got tremendous rebound. When I bang that down, it just pops right back up. A good anvil actually has good rebound, and that's what the blacksmiths want, because when you are banging on something, you don't want to have to lift up the hammer if you can use a natural rebound to raise it. But anyway, it feels really good. I don't know how well it's attached, but it is a small head. I mean, a 1/4 pound, 4 ounces. They've sort of used some sort of a, get the little closer, some sealing agent. It's got a little bit of a rubbery texture to it. That drop that on. That's totally different, say, from this, where they use an expansion wedge into the wood and then they grind it down. So it's post-application polishing or refinement. Still tons of tool marks. Obviously, Est-wing is one solid piece here on this one. Little bit of vibration on that one. Good. The snap-on, plastic, it's got a pass-through here. This is actually a dead blow, so it drops right away, and so is the PB Swiss. It's a dead blow. Really nice dead blow, actually. This one has a riveted head, so the shaft of the handle goes up inside the collar here, and then a pin is punched through, a compression roll pin there, or not a, what do they call those? Like a roll pin punched through. But anyway, for 10 bucks, I've been looking for another good source for a small ball-peen hammer in the almost the jeweler class. This is probably the large end of the jeweler class. But for a lot of things, what I need is just a little bit of assistance, you know, getting something to pay attention, get where it's supposed to go. In fact, like this PB Swiss, you might notice the orientation of that pin is just a little bit off, and I'm not going to come out here with something big. What I might do, you know, is try to center it a little bit with some very light tapping. So there it is. Nice, perfect. So you've got a Gedore Red servicing a PB Swiss tool. That's fine. It's you're not talking, a lot of force here. As far as the grain, the quality, everything else, it's budget. But a tool like this has no moving parts. Basically, the head has to just stay attached to the handle, and the handle has to not break. So for $10, I would definitely get something like this again if I didn't already have a selection of them here. And with that, Doc out.